In this memory, which has haunted me the whole of my life, I am perhaps 2.5 years old, and dressed in a special dress made of maroon velvet and lace. I am playing in a fountain that is ornate and dry. The dryness is a striking fact, for until this moment of recollection, I know it only as a fountain that furiously spurts. I am accustomed to leaping away from its spray. I have virtually no memories of my early years aside from this one, which I attribute to the fact of a wartime childhood. In the memory, I am filled with a distinctive mood I've not known since, and which I can only describe as a feeling of luxury, the sense that all is right with the world and always will be. My mother is nearby. I can sense her if I do not see her. Then the moment blurs, and time skips long minutes, perhaps even hours. I look down to see that my dress is crumpled, this hem soiled. I see my mother crouched over the steps leading up to our grand home, busy with something. I cannot make out what. She turns, she smiles. I am momentarily puzzled. That puzzlement had marked my relations with my kind soul of a mother for as long as I can remember. It is something I learned early on to try to hide from her. Only when I became a woman myself did I realize that my efforts had been unsuccessful, that my mother was all too aware of the odd distance between us. This distance came from me, I'm sure, and has been a great sorrow for my mother, with all the losses she has suffered, and me, her only child. I glance over to where my mother now lies. Her body is so reduced by illness that she is almost invisible among the bedclothes. I struggle to find something to say, though my mother no longer seems conscious. They say the dying can hear. Her face looks unfamiliar. The deep lines I'm used to seeing are oddly smoothed away. I reach to stroke her face. Her eyes snap open. Alert. My mother has not spoken in weeks. I failed you. Hilda, whatever you're saying. Christiane, you've been a good daughter. I know how hard you've tried. I know I've not been much of a daughter to her. I feel I've not been a daughter at all. Shh. It's not your fault. You see, I took it all away. Hilda, what are you talking about? What is it you're trying to say? The house on Kronenstrasse. You know the number. Number 58. What? What did you take? What is not my fault? I look into the smooth face that is no longer the face of my mother. That is now only a mask. My father was killed in the early weeks of the war, though my mother did not tell me this. It was revealed during one of my surreptitious raids on the small stash she had hidden beneath her bed. An official Nazi document stating that my father, Hermann Kerper, was killed in the Battle of Bazura, a hero in the name of the Third Reich. We fled Heidelberg after my father's death. I don't know what happened to the house in my memory, or to the wealth that must have gone along with it. My mother never wanted to talk about the past. At some point, I stopped asking. I don't know how my mother secured passage to America after the war ended. only that we arrived in New York Harbor with refugee status. My mother never complained that she was reduced in our new land to working as a maid. She was proud to be on the staff at the Plaza, an owned and respected hotel. I know why I cherish the memory of playing in the fountain. I also know why it pains me still. Within that moment is a fullness of feeling I don't otherwise have in my life.